Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today's topic is going to be about marketing. I just want to give you a little bit of background of who I am so you have an understanding. I'm actually 42 years old, right? I came from all the way from Vietnam on the other side of the world. Currently I'm in the USA. I have the privilege of owning several businesses, not all of them are successful. I came from a background of poverty. My dad was a prisoner of war for 7 years. Statistically, I'm not really supposed to be here because people who went to prison, in Vietnam, 50% didn't survive. So I had pretty much a 50% of chance that I wasn't, even to be in this, on this planet, right? So I'm really, truly blessed just to be here, to have experienced a lot of things. But yeah, that's my background. So a lot of highs, a lot of lows, everything else in between, like a lot of you guys, I'm sure you can understand and relate to me with that. Obviously, a lot of businesses wasn't successful, but it, a stepping stone in everything that come about to who I am today. So today we're going to be talking about marketing and what is marketing, how does it work? Well, marketing is something that's, in every single business is necessary, right? Because we live in a day and age where, basically the internet is there. People use mobile phone. So it's not like a word of mouth anymore, right? We have social media. We have, Facebook ad, Google ads, television, billboards, you name it. There's so many different things when it comes to marketing. But once you start understanding marketing, you have a little bit of a thicker skin. My background is basically e-commerce. So, my first business is actually I started with a friend who did club promotion. So I learned a little bit about that as far as, regular marketing, guerrilla marketing, basically to learn a little bit about website and social media a bit. It was way back in the days. That was my first one. My second one was a web hosting business, which I acquired a couple hundred clients through, website marketing. So I learned that, and then I segued into marketing for all the businesses. So I have, some background in that as well. And then I went into more of, physical products to sell products globally. So in order to do that, you have to know, how to set up everything, understand the infrastructure, and understand where to market, how to market. I sold on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, through the website, Walmart, buy.com, you name it. I've done it all pretty much as far as online marketing. So I have a pretty good idea on, basically the whole perspective. So anyhow, let's just get started. So the simple stuff, let's just say you own a restaurant, then you're a local business, you will want to get flyers and social media influencer to come to your channel to get it there. So that's something that's regular stuff. But if you want to do something globally, you need a global reach. So global reach is a lot today, day and age. Social media is huge. Influence is big. Pay ads is pretty big. Organic, if you know how to do it, is the right way as well. But let me tell you a little bit about, e-commerce and the way it works, right? So if you have a website and you're selling a product, a physical product, digital products, whatever it is, 10,000 people that come to your website, if you can convert by 2%, which is only 20, you're doing a pretty good job. So out of, people that visit your website, 10,000 people, 98% of them won't even buy anything. They might not like the product, they might not be a fit for you. So the conversion rate is very, very low. It's not like, people who don't understand marketing, they think, you get one person to visit your website or your store, it's gonna convert right away. And that's not realistic when it comes to marketing online. So it's a numbers game, it's a ratio game. So you have to be, in a way to have kind of thick skin. So basically what you want to do is, trying to get exposure as much as possible for what you're offering, because you never know who's the right audience. Or it will take time for you to find out how, you know, you acquire clients, and there's certain channel that will work for you. But overall, I'm just saying statistically, you know, you have to understand about it takes more than one person to visit your website or your store in order for you to convert. So as far as e-commerce is concerned, you're talking about 10,000 people visiting your website, you're looking about 2 to 3%. And that's a pretty good conversion rate. And also, as far as, you know, people coming back and things like that, sometimes it takes them 6-7 times before they actually make the buying decision. So it's not immediate, it's not right away, it's gonna take time. So that's the marketing part, you know. And if you selling like a high-end product, you talk about 15-16 time, you know, touch point with the customer in order for them to find out who you are, because 99.999% of the time, you are not the only business, and you're not the only business online or whatever it is. So there's a lot of different choices that people, you know, they come in and take a look at. And sometimes you are the right fit and sometimes you're not, and that's part of the business. But that is just the overall, you know, perspective on, you know, the marketing side. You know, there's postcards, there's, you know, newsletter, there's billboards, there's television, there's radio, social media, organic and pay ads, Facebook, Google ads. If you sell on Amazon, there's Amazon ads. So there's so many different channels depending on what you're doing. I have experienced pretty much 90% of the stuff out there as far as marketing wise. So I have a pretty broad perspective on things. What you need to and you want to do is, once you start learning about marketing, you want to understand about ROI. And what is ROI? It's return on investment. And people scale it in a way where, let's say you run a Facebook ad, right? What you want to do is you have to test a bunch of different campaigns. And the way it works is, when you test one campaign and it performs well, then you start scaling those campaigns. So let's just say you invest in, you know, $100, right, on advertising. And if that $100 can convert to $500 in, you know, revenue, then you can make, let's say, $400. Well, depending on the physical product or digital product, that's a little bit different. But then if it's effective, what you want to do is keep scaling the operation that way. So that's just for like the Facebook ad, and there's Google ads. The way Google ads work is cost per click, and people click on your website, and it's a little bit tougher. It's not as easy to convert because it's basically Google, the way it works is keyword optimization. And keyword optimization is that when they search for a certain keyword, they click on that and then they go to your website. So, you know, your website have to convert and try to get their attention, and then maybe get them to get on your mail list for a call or buy your product. It depends on all, you know, there's different objective for every type of business. Like Coca-Cola, they just want branding, right? They're so big, they don't care about customers. They just want you to see their brand. So that's like impression. But, you know, basically, I just want to, you know, give you guys a little bit perspective on marketing. And it's a subject we can sit here and talk months and months and months about, maybe years. It all depending what kind of niche you are in and what kind of things you want to do and what kind of business you're in, right? If you're talking about something locally, then it's a lot simpler because your radius is probably, let's say, 25 to 50 miles radius. So all you have to do is advertise within a 25 to like 50 miles radius. But if you want to do something globally, then that's a whole different level, right? There's like, could be a different language barrier, could be logistically as far as shipping wise. There's so many things that are involved. So that's a whole different ball game. So when you understand global marketing, then you can do anything really. But you know, that's a subject that's, you know, it takes a long time for pretty much anybody to understand. Like I said, I'm 42 years old. I've been very blessed in many ways. I mean, obviously I went through a lot of struggles in life as well. Don't get me wrong, so I'm at this point where I want to like give back to society and, provide free education, pretty much kind of disrupt the industry of university around the globe. So that's our mission, that's why we're here, and that's what we're doing right now, and we're getting the infrastructure ready for everything. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on marketing, just to give you a whole perspective on things. And if you understand marketing, like I said, it's not easy, it's not simple, it takes time. You have to understand ratio, you have to understand ROI, you have to basically, have thick skin, because not everybody that comes in your channel will convert. Just like a lot of other things in life, right? Out of 100 people you meet, you might become friends with maybe 1 or 2, right? It's not every single person is gonna work out. Very kind of similar to marketing your products or services online as well. So once you understand marketing, it is very important and it's vital for any single business out there to be successful, because when you don't have inflow that are coming into your channel, businesses, clients, and things like that, then it's probably not gonna work out, right? Because you need an inflow of people that are coming into your channel in order for it to work, right? So if your business doesn't have any clients, then you have to understand marketing. And marketing is to pull people in, right? And then there's sales. Sales is a whole different, subject on its own. But marketing is one of the main channel, or one of the main pieces to a business to be successful. And in order for you to have any kind of success in business, you really, really have to be dialed in with marketing. So that's it. I just want to, give you guys an overall idea, an overall perspective of marketing. But like I said, it can take months or years to kind of understand the whole overall picture. Every business has got its own thing. A restaurant might have a local, 20, 25 miles radius of marketing. A physical product globally is a whole different ball game. Everything's different. Like, let's say an attorney, he can only serve in one state in the US. So his marketing is pretty much statewide at the most, not nationwide, right? So there's every business is, a little bit different. So depending on where you're at, but we are a global company. Our reach is globally. I serve hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. So I know how to reach pretty much every corner of the earth. So overall, it is what it is. I hope you enjoy this little episode. And, thank you very much for watching.